So this is a good example. In such questions, we basically would like to change or try to change everything to make it in terms of sines and cosines. So I'll leave this sign as it is for the time being and rewrite it as it is. But for the cosecant, I can change that to become 1 over sine because I know that these are the reciprocals of each other based off the reciprocal identities. وفي denominator I leave the cotan theta as it is for the time being. Next, when I multiply these two, I have sine in the numerator and sine in the denominator. They will cross out each other and I will be left with just 1 over cotan. Now برضو according to the identities, 1 over cotan is simply tan theta. And that's it. That's an answer. Now to show you another example, here's one, a bit harder. You have tan squared cosecant squared minus 1 over secant squared. And again, we try to change things to become sines and cosines. So the tan, I'll try to change it to become sine power 2 theta over cosine power 2 theta. And that's again based off the identities. And the cosecant, I'll change it to become 1 over the sine to the power of 2. برضو based off the identities, the reciprocal identities, and then minus 1. And all of this is still over the secant squared theta. I did not change the secant for now. I'll change it later, but I'll try to simplify the things up there first. When we look carefully, we have these two fractions multiplied by each other. I have sine squared up here and sine squared down there. They'll cross each other. So I will be left with 1 over cosine to the power of 2 theta minus 1 over the secant squared theta. Based on the identities, 1 over cosine squared is basically secant squared theta minus 1 and again over secant squared theta. Out of this step, we can split this into 2. What do I mean by this? يعني هنعمل secant squared divided by secant squared and then minus 1 divided by secant squared. We'll take every part separately. يبقى هقسمهم secant squared theta over secant squared minus 1 over secant squared theta. Secant over secant is just 1, and then 1 over secant will become cosine squared theta. Based on the identities, 1 minus cosine squared is sine squared theta. So that's the answer. Another third example, just to show you how every question could be in some cases different than the previous. It depends on the givens, or it depends on when we start already the simplification process, what would it look like. طيب, for now, I'll leave this secant as it is. Why is that? Because this part on its own is an identity. I can change that to sine to the power of 2 theta. Now I can cross برضو as well one sine من هنا with one sine from here, and I will be left now with secant theta times sine theta. Now secant could be changed to 1 over cosine theta, and then it's still multiplied by sine theta. 1 over cosine times sine will become sine theta over cosine theta, which is tan theta according to the identities. This shows how the importance of actually memorizing the identity.